Okay, I'm going to quickly go over how you can implement Bloom into your cosmetic pack scenes for the way that we as a Brawl modding community have our scene set up thanks to CCS project. Um, the reason why we have to do something special is because Eevee does not natively support Bloom as Cycles does, but as we all know, Cycles renders can take a while, and nobody likes waiting. So, the magic comes from a node setup that somebody else made. I don't really remember the name right off the top of my head, but I'll link the video in the description if you want to make it for yourself. But I will be providing not only this blend, so you could look at these nodes and append them, but I will also be linking a blank version of this blend with the emission included, just so you don't really have to go through that trouble. And also so you can have a 2.93 EV scene that's already set up for Brawl Cosmetics with stock heads and full renders and everything. So what we're first going to want to do is cope to file and append. From here, we're going to find the Bloom EV blend that has our node tree, and we're going to import that Bloom EV node. Then we're going to come over to the compositor, since the node tree thing that we just imported, was is a compositing node group, and that's what we need here. So we're just going to look up the Bloom EV node group, and then we're going to put it in between both of these render layers for the render and stock and the composite viewer. That's all you need to do here. Oh, I said that way too early. The last thing you need to do here is connect up these two, just image to image, alpha to alpha. And then once you do that, then you're good to go. You don't need the compositor anymore. Switch back over to shader. Okay. And then the next thing on the list is to go over to your render properties and enable Bloom. And you can see that enabling Bloom will, of course, get that that emissive effect that we want. And we can change it with some settings here. I'm not the best at explaining these as I haven't played around with it too much. But just intensity will control how bright it is. You can crank it up to beyond what you're supposed to if you just enter in a number manually. And radius is just how much of it there is, or how far the light will travel before it fizzles out. This applies for every material that has an emissive shader on it. So if you want to only control one aspect of a material or object, you would need to tweak its material here. Like if I wanted this to be brighter, this outline here, but I wanted to keep these blue ones the same, then I would have to crank up the strength of this one. Yeah, so just remember that these settings are for everything in the scene that is emissive. And I think that about covers it. So I hope that helped. As I said, I will not only link the original video where I got this node set up at, but I will also provide downloads for a blank version of this blend with the emission, and as well as the node tree itself from the original, from this one. So yeah, hope that helped.